So for my topic, I chose to study the globalization of journalism. My research question was, how has journalism and its recent shift to online publications increased international connections and interdependence between nations? So a brief introduction is that online publications allow for journalism to be accessed anywhere in the world. You can look at articles or broadcast news at the tip of your fingers. Publications often cover the same national and international breaking news stories. This is seen especially with the war between Russia and Ukraine, but it's seen in many different stories. Networks connect publications both nationally and internationally, and the Associated Press operates internationally, and AP style is universally recognized and used in many publications. Brief history is that journalism has always connected people. It's always helped with globalization, but this has been expedited through online publications and social media. And since we're focusing on contemporary journalism, that's going to be what this PowerPoint is covering. So from switching to print to digital, print newspapers are declining and online publications are continuing to be on the rise. The worldwide revenue of digital newspapers and magazines is expected to increase from $36.19 billion in 2021 to $44.84 billion by 2026. And technology allows for people across the globe to access news from any publication of their choosing. Digital copies of print editions are often offered on databases to find past articles. I know the MTSU does this with Sidelines, our student newspaper. You can find any of the old print editions in the library's online database. So for news coverage, news outlets, local, national, international alike, often cover the same breaking news stories. You can see this over here with the war between Russia and Ukraine. This is BBC, which is in the UK. New York Times, which is a national newspaper, and then WKRN, which is local. They're covering different angles and perspectives of the story, but they're informing local readers about international and national events. And Russian and Ukrainian articles about the war are continuing to be on the news every single day. So for networks and newspapers, large networks like CNN, ABC, and NBC all have world news sections on their websites, and they have anchor station internationally. The local offers European news in English, which is covering various European countries that don't always speak English, like France, Germany, and Italy. And it's really nice because you're able to have all of those articles translated and you're able to keep up with their news. The Guardian and BBC News are located in the UK, and they provide US news and world news. The Associated Press has 250 locations in 100 countries, and AP style is internationally recognized and used for media writing. The AP style book is continuing to be used, whether it's online or the actual book, for journalists for decades. It's continually used, and newspapers across the globe are using AP articles as well. So for social media news, it isn't always the most reliable form of news, but it's commonly used across the globe as a news source. And it allows people not only to read and watch international news, but also to share news to followers across the world. Obviously, sometimes this is how fake news gets spread, but it's also how police can help find suspects and uncover cases. It also can give you content about protests and crime that police maybe aren't paying attention to or isn't getting enough justice. So there's a lot of values to social media. Some problems is that different countries have different rights regarding the freedom of the press. Right now, Russian newspapers are being shut down in the midst of the war, which is shutting out a lot of Russian voices. This is a banner that popped up while I was looking at the Moscow Times because 10 newspaper outlets are being blocked or shut down for their coverage of the war in Ukraine. In conclusion, journalism needs international interdependencies to provide news to people around the world, and without local and national coverage of international stories, many people would be left unaware of foreign affairs or major world events. In order to stay educated and internationally connected, people need journalism.